Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernard from the BTN HD, and yes, we're reviewing today the Lenovo ThinkPad Helix Ultrabook Pro. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so let's get down to the specs of the ThinkPad Helix. Now the processor is an Intel Core M. Operating system is a Windows 8.1 or Windows 8.1 Pro. Hard drive space, you could get it up to 256 solid state drive. Memory, it's about 4 to 8 gigs. The graphics processor is an Intel HD 5300 series. So that's not that bad. It's not great for gaming, but I'm going to show you guys the benchmark numbers pretty soon. The camera, it has two cameras, one 2 megapixel and a 5 megapixel camera, which is 1080p, which is not that bad. Now the dimensions of the tablet only, it's about 11.85 inches of width, and the height is only 0.37 inches. Now if you're measuring the tablet with the Ultrabook Pro keyboard, you're looking at width of 11.85 inches by 0.79 inches on height. Now the weight on the tablet by itself only weighs 1.75 pounds. The tablet with the Pro keyboard is going to weigh about 3.7 pounds, which is a huge difference with the keyboard. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the ports on this particular Ultrabook. So if we're looking at the side right here, we have multiple slots. We have a micro HDMI port. This right here, this little compartment is a 3.0 USB port. The one next to it is actually a micro SIM, which this laptop actually supports LTE, which is pretty awesome. And right here is your volume control, and you have your audio jack, which allows you to hook up your headphones or a mic system. Now, if we turn it to the front side of it, we have your power. This is where you turn the device on, and this is your locking feature, which allows you to lock the screen. On the very top right here, we have our 2 megapixel camera, and if we turn around the device, we have more ports. We have our charging port, which is right here. We have another 3.0 USB, and we have a mini display port right here on the side. Now, if we turn it to the other side, we only have one charging port. Now, again, you see there's two charging ports. One charging port is for the tablet, and the other charging port is for the keyboard. All right, guys, so let's get into the benchmarking results. So I ran 3D Mark as well as Geekbench. And the 3D Mark, doing the high performance gaming PC test is only 459. So off the bat, this machine is not great for a high performance gaming PC. On the Skydive, it gave it a 1784, which is a gaming laptop in a mid-range PC. Again, it's extremely low. CloudGate gave it 2,928. iStorm, which is a low-cost smartphone and tablet, is only 29,760. So this is a tablet, a tablet hybrid, a laptop kind of thing. So that's the reason why I gave it such a huge score. But overall, I won't recommend this for a gaming laptop, even though I'm going to show you guys a little gameplay and see how it really works when playing the game. Now, so let's look at Geekbench. Now on Geekbench, I ran the 32-bit test, and the single core score was only 1320. Multi-core was 2655. But it was really strange because when I ran the 64, those two numbers jumped sky high. So this is the 64 results right here. The single core was only 2478, and the multi-core score was 4219. So, and this operating system that's installed already is a 64-bit operating system. So I kind of expect that those numbers would jump high when I ran the 64-bit stress test on it. Alright guys, so I downloaded Dungeon Hunter 4 on the Microsoft Store to play a video game. I haven't had a chance to actually purchase a high-quality PC game for you guys, but I will on the next review. I hooked up my Xbox controller and I've been playing it this way. So far, I mean, the graphics are somewhat okay. This is a Microsoft Store app, you know, a game. It's really low level. As you can see, it's a little bit of hesitation on certain things, but you could get by. You could really get by playing low level games. I don't recommend playing like Black Ops or Crises or Just Cause. I think those games are extremely kill this system. The processor, the GPU processor, is not great, but it gets you by playing around these little low level games like this one. Alright guys, so let's do the multimedia testing on this laptop. So what I like to do is run a conversion within iTunes. I have 10 songs right here. I'm going to do a Control A. I'm going to right click on all of them. And we are going to create a AAC version of all 10 of them. And we're going to see how long it normally takes. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on the timer and see how long it takes. Alright guys, so 10 MP3s converted to an AAC version took about 52 seconds. So that's pretty fast. Okay guys, so on my second multimedia testing, I like to use Handbrake, and I have a video file that's an MP4 file. It's one of my videos that I did for you guys a while back. It's about 6 minutes and only 30.1 megabytes on size. And on the test, I like to convert it on a format of MKV. We're going to hit the start, and then within the start right now it's preparing, and wow, it is going extremely fast. Alright guys, so rather than us waiting for it to finish, it looks like it's going to take between a minute and 2 minutes for this to complete. It's already in 35, so the processor in this is amazing, rendering multimedia stuff like MP3 files to AAC, and also an MP4 file to an MKV. So the processor power is there. Alright guys, on our next test we're going to do a little bit of image processing. So with image processing, I like to use Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop CS6. I have a bunch of image files that I have here that I took with my Samsung S6, and it's about 16 photos, and then about between 2 to 3 megabytes of size. So we're going to take this entire folder and we're going to do a nice little coloring, black and white, blue shading, an image on the corner, and it's going to do save it as a high quality 12 JPEG. So we're going to run it and see how long it takes. So we're going to run it, and I'm going to run the timer. There we go. Alright guys, so 16 high quality images taken with the Samsung S6 phone took about a minute and 50 seconds. That's pretty good. So that means this laptop is great running Photoshop or any other Adobe product. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, because this is like a hybrid, it's an Ultrabook but also a tablet, it does come with a cool, nice little pen. And the pen, it's perfect. I normally don't use the tablet form with pens, but I find myself using this a lot more. It makes life a little easy, especially if you have big fat fingers and you just can't grasp things quickly. But this right here is great. It makes life so easy. The pen will work great with individuals that like to use OneNote, or if you're using Photoshop. So if I go open up Photoshop right here, this will work great because within Photoshop you're able to mark something up. So let's create a new document real quick. Create a new document. Okay, and you could just use your brush, and from here you could just start drawing and doing your stuff. So this is awesome. I really recommend this laptop for an individual that is getting into the graphic design. It's a great overall laptop because you, rather than using the keyboard all the time, you could just remove it. You could remove the tablet, and you could just continue working as this. So this is pretty cool. So it's one of the things I like about it a lot. Alright guys, so let's get into the battery life, because that's the most important thing with these devices nowadays. Now the Lenovo Helix ThinkPad with the keyboard on the battery took about 7.5 hours. As you can see on the chart, I started with the laptop off the bat, out of the box with 98% at 8:58 in the morning. I did notice that within the taskbar on the lower left hand side at the battery icon, I did see battery 1 and battery 2. So that means there's 2 batteries on this particular Ultrabook. There's one battery compartment on the keyboard, and there's another battery component within the tablet. Each of them have their individual percentage, but overall, if you're using the tablet with the keyboard, it's going to give you 7.5 hours strong. Now, during that time that I was testing out the battery, I was just installing applications, installing Photoshop, testing out the image processing, testing the multimedia, running stress tests on the machine, and it handled itself pretty well with 7.5 hours. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you continue looking at the charts, with the keyboard still attached and charging time took about, I would say, 4 hours. All right, guys, so if you continue looking at the chart with the keyboard still attached and charging it, it took about 4 hours, which is not that bad. Now, if you're only using the Lenovo Helix with the tablet only, no keyboard attached, with the battery itself, it's going to last about 4 hours. And I did notice that it shut down on me real quick. I had to shut down around 4:32 in the afternoon because I had to go. But the next day I turned it back on. It was on 13%. And again, if you look at the chart, it only lasts about an hour until it completely gave me the warning and just died on me. Now, charging only the Lenovo Helix tablet, now if you're only charging the tablet only, it's going to take about 2 hours, which is extremely fast. But I did notice if you have the tablet on, it will charge extremely slow. When I turned the tablet off, not completely off, but I just pressed the power button to put it to sleep, the charging time went fast. It took only 2 hours, which is pretty good. Alright guys, so that is my review on the Lenovo ThinkPad Helix Ultrabook Pro. And so far, out of 5 stars, I give this 4.5 stars. The reason why I don't give it straight 5 is because I'm not a huge tablet person, especially when it comes down for me editing videos and doing like hardcore processing. Even though this machine is capable of handling Photoshop and handling multiple tasks like converting iTunes video files to AAC version, converting a 30.1 megabyte video file to another conversion. It was extremely fast. It's great. Overall, it's great, but I just don't see myself using it as an everyday thing. It's a great laptop for graphic designers because you have the pen. You install Photoshop or you use OneNote, you could draw, you could do your designs on the fly. It's great. What I did notice is if you do purchase this ThinkPad, you got to be careful that you just don't eject it like this. The reason why is because on the lower left hand side, there's a nice little icon that you have to just click on and it eject the keyboard. It's just like the way that we have flash drives. You plug in the flash drive rather than unplugging it. You have to go right click and eject the device safely. It's the same concept as this. One of the things that I do like about this is the LTE enabled. It only works on certain devices and certain models. Now this model does have the slot to insert a SIM card, which allows me to go on the fly wireless. I could just use it on the fly all the time, which is pretty cool. One of the things that kind of annoy me is when I use it as a tablet form, the rotation it's a little hesitant. It's a couple of seconds off. It doesn't rotate right away. That's the only thing that I noticed. The Windows button right here is a slight delay when I click on it to go into the start menu. This guy did prompt me to do reservations on the Windows 10, so I would love to see how this machine will run on Windows 10. But it's really, really easy to just clip in right away and you can start working on it. The keypad on this particular device, I don't like the keypad at all. I don't like the feel of it at all. They do have the right and the left click buttons on the keyboard, but it's really hard because when you're right clicking, it doesn't want to go. You have to hit it on a certain spot. They do give you the 2 right and left keys right here, but it's really odd. It's just an odd feeling. But overall, I like it. The display, the graphics is amazing. but I just don't see myself using it as an everyday device for the stuff that I do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you have any comments, just leave them right below. Don't forget about hitting that like button because it does support the video as well as this guy. And I catch you guys on the next review. Peace out. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Got 2 more videos right here on the side. Yeah, go check them out. Don't forget about hitting that subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.